but actually grounded play, that's going to be, I think, where you're going to want to look out for most of the interactions of this matchup is that neutral grounded game.
Completely agree. Completely agree. And I think that's exactly what they're going to want from FD if they go there.
That is the strike that they made.
Sure.
So, yeah, we're definitely going to FD here. Game 1, Xyless of Unrivaled Tournaments against JohnL's Mega Man. Going into the matchup here, we see JohnL going right on the offensive, deciding that he is not going to sit back and wait for Wii Fit to charge her Sun Salutation.
Right. And that's gonna be like this whole matchup, I think, is because, I mean, Wii Fit Trainer is kind of one of those characters that likes the ledge, very safe away. They want to work outside in. Whereas Mega Man just kind of wants stage control. He just kind of wants you to be constantly on your toes with projectiles.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be interesting to see how Xyless deals with the Saw Blade, because as we saw, you know, and as we all know, your opposite character has to know how to work with items when you're going up against the likes of Mega Man. Also like Rob, those kind of characters that have those grabbable projectiles. So we will see if Xyless is able to leverage the Saw Blades against him, and he's actually doing quite a good job. Big percentage difference right now.
Yeah, Xyless is doing a very good job of keeping himself out of harm's way. Still yet no grabs. I mean, no grabs at all. We haven't seen anything from JohnL that's kind of putting any pressure on Xyless. I mean, he's trying to use Leaf Shield maybe to get a grab off of it. But
yeah, and I like that you bring up Leaf Shield, because that's actually something that is getting a lot more use. In the early meta, a lot of people criticized Scat for his use of Leaf Shield, saying that it was a bad move and he shouldn't be using it. But then we saw him start to pull out like jab resets and
it's a free grab. And it's a free jab reset. I mean, it's just a soft hitting move that just works in very specific situations.
Yeah, so I really like that JohnL seems to know what he does. But again, Wii Fit's weird properties of her character. Her forward smash actually hit behind her, and that took out Mega Man.
A very heavy character, and that might have been just a poor DI situation.
Yeah,
I mean, killed him across the stage.
Who expects a forward smash to hit behind him? Like
I don't.
Right? Yeah. Like oh, I'm fine. I can totally punish this, and then you catch a blade, like a Ric Flair chop to your face. Woo!
But yeah, I mean, again, I mean, JohnL just cannot get in on Xyless. Xyless is playing a very good defensive wall game here.
And really, like, it's surprising to see that Xyless has been able to pull it off. She only really has the Sun Salutation as a projectile, but otherwise, like, she's using her projectile, you know, throwing out the sun, and then, you know, kind of empty hopping and daring Mega Man to try and get around it.
Yeah.
And you know, like you said, the wall is up. No one's crossing it. Trump got his wish in this matchup.
Good nair there from Xyless. Finding those nairs. Wow, JohnL with a back air.
Was it a nice back air?
It was a decent back air.
It was a middling back air.
It was. I mean, oh wow, Xyless doing some very cool tech with the side B there. It's so cool that you can cancel out of that side B.
Wow, I did not expect it to kill.
Sun Salutation to the face.
Yeah, that's something that we didn't see a lot from Xyless, is actually mixing his deep breathing with Sun Salutation, because he didn't really need to. I mean, with how aggressive JohnL was playing, all he had to do was like half charge the Sun Salutation, and like I said, dare him to come in. So we didn't even need to worry about the deep breathing shenanigans that Xyless can pull out.
Exactly. And
so going into game 2 here, Duck Hunt. How do you feel about this for Mega Man?
I completely agree with this. I think that the tree does a lot for Mega Man, just given that like Xyless can't really camp as far. The stage is much bigger. It gives Mega Man a lot of room to kind of like work with platforms. I don't know. We'll have to see if it's going to work out in his favor, because at the same time, I think this is a decent stage for Wii Fit Trainer. I don't hate
this pick. I mean, I think that there was possibly a better one. I would have liked to see like Town and City, but I'm sure that banned. But also possibly like Dreamland does not have a lower ceiling, but the platforms are higher up in the air, so that would have possibly given him the ability to catch Xyless on those.
I think JohnL might be looking at this from a recovery standpoint as well. Because looking at it, I mean, Mega Man has that very fixed jump, right? So he does this thing where if you put him into a situation like Dreamland, right, where if he goes up and, you know, the tree is blowing wind or something, he can be put in like a really, really crappy offstage.
And right now, it looks like JohnL is content to just let Xyless come at him, and right now, not a great strategy, because he is at 130%, and though he is a heavy metal robot, I don't know if that's going to work out for him.
Yeah, and Xyless, again, just doing the same exact thing he was doing on FD, using the space to just kind of, oh, wow, just zone out JohnL. And really great side B there from Xyless to to stop any edge guard possibility.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is that all Mega Man needs at this point with max rage is like 20% more and a read to get a Shoryu, and that's death.
Yep.
There's an up smash that'll get him probably really close to being in range, and especially on that tree platform, he's going to be coming back.
Oh yeah.
There's a deep breathing. I recover a little bit of percent. Kind of pushes him away. Wow. Up throw kills? Okay.
Up throw off
Didn't
the
know.
deep breathing? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You learn something new every day. Didn't know Wii Fit had a kill throw.
Now we do.
Yeah. And now we know. And knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe.
Xyless, again, I mean, look at it. I mean, he sits there, gets a free charge. I mean, what can JohnL do against it?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's harassing, like, with projectiles, but because you can cancel it with shield, it doesn't really matter. Like, he doesn't have the strong, like, face-to-face game, like his CQC game.
Right.
And that's something that Mega Man actually excels at because of his multi-hit hitboxes and stuff. Like,
yes.
We're just not seeing that from JohnL. So, like, going forward, I hope to see an improvement from that. If that doesn't happen, I got to imagine that Xyless is going to take this 2-0.
Oh, JohnL looking for some kind of offstage game here. Oh, and he misses that down air. That was a little bit greedy.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes when you're down, you know, you're almost lapped. Sometimes you got to go for stuff like that.
Yeah, and up air will kill.
Yeah, and the little pirouette there in the air, and Wii Fit takes it. Xyless moving on, foregoing his stream duties to whoop some butt here at Smash and Splash.
He was sitting at a. I wish he would have approached more. I think Xyless, he was giving him too many free sun salutations.
Yeah, like we saw him go, like the only time that we really saw JohnL like have even the slightest advantage was at the beginning of game 1 when he just started pressuring. Like he came out, ran at him, started, you know, peppering him with projectiles, but then, you know, all Xyless had to do was just kind of keep fading back.
Yeah.